Hello and welcome. I'm Yvonne Young with news from around Taiwan in case you missed it. Taiwan Week is a biannual art gala organized by the National Theater and Concert Hall. It was originally slated to be held in 2020 but was postponed because of the pandemic. In 2021, the first Taiwan Week was held online. Finally, this year, more than 40 curators around the world were able to come to Taiwan to participate in the first in-person edition of the event. Yujin Huang was there at the opening ceremony.
A long-awaited celebration. More than 40 curators for renowned art festivals around the world made a toast at the first in-person Taiwan Week. The event is the National Theater and Concert Hall's latest effort to push the country's performing arts onto an international stage. It was first organized in 2021, but had to be held virtually because of the COVID pandemic.
因为疫情，因为战争，我想这几年来，人跟人之间的距离非常的遥远，人跟人之间的隔阂也非常的明显。可是我们是这样子期待，也这样子相信，唯有文化艺术，唯有表演艺术，可以让我们把这一些隔阂，把这些距离，再同时的消弭掉。
Taiwan is not the only country eager to resume a pre-pandemic vibrance. Representative of Festival d'Avignon has come to the event, hoping to bring more Asian art pieces back to France, as diversity dwindled when borders were closed.
So I came to the Taiwan Week because I really want to know more artists and to get to know more the theater makers and choreographers of Taiwan. And I felt like this was a wonderful experience because I know very well the people that are organizing, and I really trust in their choice and their support to the artists of Taiwan.
Almost 20 art pieces discussing diverse societal issues in Taiwan are to be presented to the curators over 9 days. There's a dance performance led by choreographer Pulareyan Pragalava that explores the indigenous identity of the Taiwan people. There's also Whale Island, a fable about the land and environment told with puppet art and traditional music. Pieces that dive into gender awareness and humanity's relationship with technology are also included. The organizers say they wanted to show the world how Taiwanese people actually live, beyond their imagination of a country alarmed by China's military drills.
台湾是少数在亚洲极为自由的一个国家。就我们最骄傲的事情，常常都是在舞台上要发生什么事情，几乎都可以。那这个我们引以为傲。那也可能因为是这样的关系，所以我们在呈现的那个作品的面向上，常常就会非常不设限制，各式各样的都有这样。
The limit, according to the organizers, will only be in the format of performances. All of the works presented are easily transportable, so they can bring a deeper understanding of Taiwan to the world. Damon Lin, Biqi Zhang, and Yujin Huang for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan Week included a production about seafood. An artist created a play based on his favorite one, oysters, which are under threat from pollution. Called The Angry Oyster, the play asks what these oysters would say if they could express themselves. Again, Yujin Huang has more.
Pale figures slice open the theater's darkness, dragging their feet to solemn music amid oyster from poles. This opening scene of The Angry Oysters by One Player Short Ensemble almost looks like an elegy for the environment. It was first performed 10 years ago, but it's being restaged to keep the ongoing pollution problems before audiences. Playwright and actor Wei Junzhan was inspired by a trip to a fishing village in Taiwan's west coast. He was told by a vendor then that oysters, his favorite seafood, might no longer be safe to eat since factories were built around the area. So he wrote a contemporary fable to raise awareness of the environmental issue.
我们创造了一个魔幻的鹅的世界， 然后让他们有自己的人际关系互动、权力关系，然后去影射出整个人类世界的各种，不管是金钱结构啊等等的各种决策。那同时，我们也会让整个人类的村庄被写实的扮演出来。对，但是呢，他们却活得如他们养的鹅啊一样生病。
The play portrays a critically thinking oyster that constantly questions its species' existence. It also presents a human world where villagers go on with their lives, facing an upcoming change with a sense of powerlessness. The human characters are all based on real people that the actors met in their field research. And every setting on stage is meant to bring viewers to the seaside villages of Western Taiwan. Be it seashells brought from its shore, or the unique accent spoken by its people.
我觉得剧场是一个非常感官经验的东西，所以我们希望是带观众在这个议题里面去感受一个感官的旅程，去感受一个可能即将消失的，或者是被边缘化的、不被重视的一种渔村的气味。然后我希望这些环境的东西，或者是污染的议题等等，是刻进身体的。
While hoping to give more attention to polluted fishing villages, people involved in the show don't think this should be their only effort.
我基本上不会去期待观众看完一出戏就改变他的人生。演出这件事情，它比较像是你丢了一个石头到池塘里，你不确定它有可能就咚咚，然后就沉没了，但不能仅止于此啦，就还必须做点别的事情。
10 years after the show first premiered, the overall problems around water pollution are only getting worse, pushing the ensemble to come up with more ways to voice their advocacy. Soon, this renewed version of The Angry Oysters will be turned into an educational project, with books and workshops for children, so the pressing issues around the environment can become more approachable for the next generation. Rick Yi and Yujin Huang for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's most prestigious dance troupe also took part in Taiwan Week. Cloudgate Dance Theater performed Lunar Halo. The dance reflects a world reshaped by technology. The show's choreographer Zheng Zonglong says a lunar halo was an omen of impending change to ancient societies, while the moon itself watches over developments on Earth. Multiple large LED panels are used to create an effect like a giant smartphone. Dancers interact with this symbol of technology. Zheng says the performance was well received by international curators.
大家都很惊讶，还有人跟我说，他们如果不停下来，我都不能呼吸了，就 hold 在那里，所以是好的，意思是舞者非常卖力，然后许多社长人也看得很细，就是在我们的动作体系里面，很多的旋转，很多的拐，那是在西方的身体语会比较少见的。
This coming piece was one of the highlights of Taiwan Week. There are 16 officially recognized indigenous peoples in Taiwan. A modern dance show focused on one of the 16, the Taiwan people. The show, Diamen, is part 1 of a trilogy. Take a look. This is Diamen Episode 1, a dance performance showcasing the life of Taiwan, one of the 16 officially recognized indigenous peoples in Taiwan. Diamen means I, we. The show itself is a trilogy, Bulima, Buulu, and Buvalun, which means hand, head, and wisdom, representing the 3 phases of Taiwan people's life.
那这第一部曲呢，我们用布里马来着手，在讲的是一个双手、巧手，然后就年轻的用双手去创造的。
Bulaluang's works often tied to Taiwan's indigenous culture, but this is the first time he tackles Taiwan, his own ethnic group.
面对自己的族群的时候，更放不开，也更小心。我可能给自己太大的压力，来自于肩负着排湾族人的某个期待。
Bulaluang turned to 2 other Taiwan artists for help.
一个是音乐家阿豹跟画家乐乐胆， 那因为有他们2个人一起，所以从他们的身上看见了某一种新的一种不同的诠释，而开启了另外一种新的视野。
The 3 Taiwan artists came together to create Dia and Diamond Episode 1. It started with Lila Dan's image.
他的图像出来的时候，我反而就把我带领到另外一个排湾族的宇宙，因而阿豹从图像里面创造了另外从这个电子音乐的这样的一个音乐风格创造出来的音乐，最终我跟舞者从这当中创造了那些身体。
As the choreographer, Bulaluan gave his dancers creative freedom to express themselves in the show.
所以在这个1部曲里面，你可以在这个作品里面看到每一个人有各自的发展，但不远离布里马的这个核心。
For the choreographer, the performance isn't about explaining the Taiwan, but to showcase what modern Taiwan people are like and how younger generations identify themselves. Not all the Taiwan Week shows were about Taiwan. One was based on the ancient Indian epic, the Ramayana. Called Choreographing Story, the performers traveled to 4 Southeast Asian countries to learn from local dance teachers. Choreographing Story is still a work in progress, and they're looking to add Taiwanese elements to the show. The production is about connecting the ancient epic with the present.
I think the main idea is to understanding how the culture, the tradition can pass through from 1,000 years or 2,000 years until nowadays.
The 2023 Taiwan Week wrapped up in mid-April. In total, Taiwan Week featured 19 plays from across the country. Here's a look back on the event. And that's it for Taiwan Week 2023, the theater festival that showcased a full week of Taiwanese theater productions at the country's most prestigious performance venue wraps up for another year. The National Theater and Concert Hall invited 44 curators from all over the world to attend. The event also included 19 plays from artists around Taiwan, displaying the diversity of the country's culture.
那台湾的文化很独特，它有很多种不同的族群所组成，然后它整个在历史的发展中也受到很多不同文化的影响，所以它长出来的所谓的 identity 其实不是一种唯一的 identity， 而是非常多样性的。
The diversity which is being shown this time, I was really touched by it because the artists had their freedom to make the creation.
Taiwan Week's organizers chose the 19 plays to showcase the freedom and inclusiveness of Taiwan. The topics of those plays include everything from the environment to gender equality to self-identity.
有很多跟亚洲其他国家很多共同的议题，那就是所谓的文化身份认同的探讨。
For international curators, Taiwan Week not only displayed Taiwan's performance art, but also provided a platform for them to exchange ideas.
So many guests from Europe and Asia, and you don't have the opportunity also every day to be for such a long time with so many interesting people from all around the world, so it was amazing.
Several plays in particular grabbed the international curators' attention.
我其实观察到的是，你越是从这个土地长出来的东西，他们越在别的地方看不到的，他们越会对这些作品印象深刻。
So, with this year's Taiwan Week wrapped up, what can people expect for the next one?
我觉得是台湾 Week 这次很重要的一个使命，就是让台湾 Week 成为亚洲很重要的一个全世界策展人的在亚洲的交流点跟平台。
Taiwan Week may be over, but the spirit of art and talent in Taiwan is set to keep on going. Thank you for watching. In case you missed it, remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, today we'll leave you with more images of Taiwan Week performances featured in today's show. I'm Yvonne Yang. Take care. I'll see you next time.